You said that you're just honest, you're real, you're not trying to be something that you're not, and you're having a lot of success and fulfillment. Why do you think, Steve, people in society are just so caught up in trying to be something that they're not, and then they turn around and say, wow, I've been spending my entire life trying to be something that I'm not. Now here I am. I don't know who the hell I am. Like, who am I? What am I doing here? So why do you think people, Steve, are just so caught up in trying to be who they are not?
Because life is confusing. Because I definitely, when I moved to LA, I thought, oh man, I'm gonna be this LA guy and I'm gonna be in the comedy scene and I'm gonna try to make friends with all these comedians that I admire and like and even I did it. And as my journey in life went on, I started to realize, hey, wait a minute, I am not like these guys. I am not the same. I don't get along with them. I like them. I don't want to make them my best friend. And it took years for me to make that realization because life is confusing. And when you're young, the sad part is when you see somebody trying to be something they're not in their 40s or 30s, where you go, hey man, by now you should have figured it out. Right. But honestly, I think that life is confusing and you don't know what you want and you don't know exactly who you are. And I think, I'll throw this one at you. There's milestones in life that change who you are. Forever, I'm sure you were the guy that was, I'm going to get in the NFL. That's who I'm going to be. I'm going to be in the NFL. And then when that goes away, there's that milestone of, oh, who am I now? And for me, I was the struggling comedian forever. That was my identity. I was the hardworking guy doing 8 days a week, busting my butt, trying to become a great comedian. And then when I made it and started making money at it, I was no longer the struggling comedian. So I had a little bit of an identity crisis as to, well, what am I fighting for now? And how does that work in my life? So I think there's definitely these milestones that hopefully you adjust and you change and you start becoming truly who you are. I'm quoting Kenny Rogers here. And I actually think you're going to love this. Kenny Rogers said that we are all three people. We are the people that we think we are. We are the people that others think we are. And we are actually the people that we really are. And I thought that, man, that kind of blew my mind. And I said, okay, after I heard that quote, how can I not be three people? How can I just be who I really am?
Mm. Steve, just fantastic. And let's go ahead and get into it. You said you were a struggling comedian. You were trying to keep up with others. You were trying to be in that spot. I moved to LA. Things were not going the way you wanted them to. But now you're doing phenomenal. Share with our listeners, right, Steve, your journey from being a struggling comedian. What happened? When was your big break? When did things start to turn for you? Share with our listeners a little bit more about the Steve Trevino authentic journey.
My wife changed everything for me. I started stand-up as a very, very young man. At that time, I'm 19 years old, 20 years old. I'm on the road doing stand-up. And everything that I talked about was how to get women and how to party and how to be a drunk and a grown man child. And then this woman came into my life and I fell in love with her. And I actually hated her in the beginning for making me fall in love with her. And I know that
I'm sorry.
I'm living this life as a pirate, single, traveling the country, having a great time, accountable to nobody. Then this woman comes in my life that I absolutely fall in love with. And that's when I started to care about something more than myself.